All right, guys. Thank you so much for joining me for a Saturday edition of Breaking Bitcoin Market Update. Hopefully, you guys are doing absolutely fantastic wherever you happen to be tuning in from. Of course, I'm Justin Wise, lead analyst and senior mentor at CrakenCryptocurrency.com. All right, guys. So obviously, wow, fantastic times, fantastic evenings. There's just nothing you can do but look at the price of Bitcoin right now and just be absolutely excited. If you've been in this space for quite a while, it's just been such a fantastic rally that we've seen. It's been one of the best rallies that we've seen. Just one of the best rallies that we've seen in such a long time. You know, it's not the I wouldn't say that maybe it's the pump we deserve. I want to say it's the pump we deserve, but it's definitely the pump that sorry about that. I got a lot of alerts going on right now for the price. I got a lot of alerts got a lot of alerts on for the price of Bitcoin right now. So anyways, it's the rally we deserved and it's the rally that we needed. You know, it really is. So it's just kind of one of those times when you just want to look around at the world, look at all the naysayers, look at all the doubters, and say, you know what, guys, fuck you. So anyways, hopefully you guys are doing good. Skeet. Them fresh beats. 7,100 broken. Price currently sitting at 72.33, making a violent push up to the upside. Massive volume spike. Be careful right here, guys. All right, so we're going to get into the charts. Let me actually get everything set up because it's Saturday evening. So it's Saturday evening. So we're gonna keep it a little low key here. Let me know if you guys got questions. Let me know how you guys are feeling. I'm so late. Everything's pamping. Oh, it's pamping, buddy. It's pamping, baby. All right, so let's without further ado. And here we are at the live scene, guys. All right, hopefully you're doing fantastic. I saw some stuff roll in. All right. Jay Fizzle, thank you so much for the $2, my good friend. Says so thankful for what you do and brains you share. Thank you so much, man. Ron Legato as well, donating $10 through the super chat. Thank you so much, guys. You guys are absolutely fantastic, and we're going to keep it here live. We're going to break all this down. We're going to be here for the good, for the bad, for the stop losses, for the liquidations. We're going to be here for it all. I want to thank some recent subscriptions here on YouTube and Twitch. Darkness Star, Sean J, Burkentasi. Thank you guys so much. I think I also missed Eco Brew Sam. Ooh, I like Eco Brew. Those sound good. Thank you guys so much for the subscriptions on YouTube, and Moon Howlings and Collective 19 also following over on the Twitch. Thank you guys so much. Shout out to YouTube and Twitch. All right, guys. So give you guys an update on my position. I had just posted this to the members lounge right before we started. So actually started opening up my short position at 70.33.25. Now I've been very hesitant to try to call the top of the market, right? But I do like this latest volume spike. So again, as I've said sometimes, and this is very key to understand, part of being a good successful trader is not having to be right all the time, right? So I'm not overly concerned with whether I'm right or wrong with a setup. All that matters in the end is, does it make me money? So we'll see here. We're actually going to see how this pans out. We're going to see how this pans out. I like this nice volume spike. Clear sign for a good retracement. If you guys take a look over there in the bottom. I got to get this. Boom, bottom left-hand corner. You're going to see that the longs are just going absolutely skyrocketing and the shorts are going way down right now. This has not been a dichotomy that we've seen, actually. This was just a recent abolition. So let's actually scroll back. We can actually see that back here on the 7th, and it didn't really start until the 9th, right? So this was just starting a couple days ago. We had shorts skyrocketing, and where did we have the longs? We had the longs super low, right? And now everything is changing around. At the top of an uptrend, you're seeing a ton of longs pile in. This is late stage buying typically. And if this does have the strength to continue, because this has had the strength to blast through every single other resistance band that we've been able to plot on the chart, not unsurprisingly for Bitcoin, as it does tend to do its own kind of thing. And the best laid plans of mice and men. So as I've said, you never want to be the guy calling the top of the market, and you never want to be the guy predicting the top of the market in a bullish cycle, and you never want to be the guy predicting the bottom of the market in a bearish cycle. However, having said that, I'm not obsessed with being right. I am not saying that the market is topping out. In fact, we have an important weekly level to hold down in the 65 to 68.50 level. We're actually going to get into the chart and break that down just a little bit more here in a little bit. But this recent volume spike that we just saw, so just an absolutely insane volume spike. Let's actually get over here to the live scene. BCH short resistance 1, XBT long take profit 3, XBT long take profit 3. All right, things are going well. Okay, yeah, so let's go over here to the BitMEX. All right, so as we can see right here, just zoom this out here a little bit on the hourly time frame. Yep, we have this nice. Let's actually go down to a smaller time. Boom. There we go. Now, as you can see, right, as you can see, price is consolidating on fairly low volume, and then we have these equidistant highs. This is really what I was looking for, was these two highs that hadn't really been rated, and that's really what I have my eyes on. Kirk Grove, thank you so much for the sub on YouTube, man. So much for $6,400 resistance, Zero. Cool. Hey, got that right, man. Hey, don't worry. You know, the bearish breaker blasted through that with no cares in the world, and it blasted through the weekly bearish breaker as well. Sometimes these things happen. Again, the point of trading is just to identify high probability setups, and looking for a short position from either of those levels was a good high probability setup. There's no, you know, obviously with the benefit of hindsight, it's going to be easy for people to go back and say anybody who tried to take that short was a dumbass. Well, again, you know, it just depends. If you're a purely trend following trader, then you wouldn't have been looking for shorts in the first place. If you are let me pull over here just a little bit. If you are a purely reversal trader or some combination of the two, then you would clearly say, well, yeah, I mean, that's just a good high probability setup to attempt to target that area for a short position. Now, obviously, you can attempt to wait for a bearish reactionary before you actually enter the position, right? Which is generally the safest thing. But if you are looking for, you know, those shorter term flip them around type of positions, it's going to be more difficult to catch your profit target in that situation. But anyways, yeah, so as you can see, typically the market does reverse. You need volume and volatility to reverse the market. Now, a lot of people are going to say that, oh, that's not a strong trend because it's low volume. Okay, that's the dumbest thing that you will ever hear. So let's go to the daily chart. I want to break down for you guys what a trend actually looks like, okay? So as you can see here on the daily chart of Bitcoin, you can see, let's actually, it's up a little, look at some volume. Okay, so here we have some good volume right here, okay? But overall, for the most part, for the majority of this bearish cycle, I would say, you have overall falling volume, right? And is the bearish trend weakening whatsoever? No, absolutely not. The trend is proceeding on relatively low volume, right? Trend is proceeding on relatively low volume, not rising volume. Look at what the volume moving average is doing, right? Throughout this entire area, when the bear market was just strengthening and strengthening and strengthening, you can actually see falling volume on the moving average volume. Where do you see the actual volume increase? You see the volume increase over here at the top of the market cycle, right? Now, I understand that this is a little bit different because this is in coins traded, so as the price went down, and I know that there's that other Bitcoin ticker as well, that other indicator that lets you look at the actual USD value and volume. I think that's just, you know, again, it might be confluent. Maybe I'm being an asshole and saying that I just disregard it, but I don't use it. Again, I'm comfortable with using volume for what I'm typically used to using volume for. Which is to identify turning points in the market. So as we can see here, we do have an area where the volume actually begins picking up. As you can see, we have falling volume, falling volume, falling volume, falling volume. And then here we have an increase in volume and a volume spike cluster in this area. That is generally indicative of a turning point in the market. You need a lot of volume and volatility to reverse the trend. Without a change in volume or sentiment, there's not going to be a reversal in the trend. And we do get that right here. It's the first time that the volume moving average ticks up. Okay, and then what happens? The trend proceeds on relatively low volume, right? This is the initiation of the strong trend right here. That's the other place that you're going to see strong volume come in is on the impulsive breakout. So as you can see here, you have the volume moving average ticking up once again on the initiation of the breakout. And then for the majority of this, what do you see? You actually see low volume until we get to where we are right now, where you see that other increase in volume, which will typically signify what, if you guys have been following along, a reversal in the trend. Okay. Now, again, you don't want to be the guy calling the top in a bull market. You don't want to be the guy calling the bottom in a bull market or in a bear market, excuse me, because this doesn't necessarily mean it's going to happen on this daily candle or the next weekly candle, because again, the volume could just continue to pour in. But just to let you know, it puts you on the alert that overall you're looking for any and all signs for the market. So anyways, but as we sit right now, things are just looking absolutely fantastic. I mean, regardless of how you've been doing, and again, I've gotten this a lot from different people, right, over the last few days. My DMs have been going crazy. People are like, you know, can I buy in? Can I buy in? Can I buy in? Can I buy in? And again, here's the thing I say, because again, I focus on being a professional trader over the long period of time, right? Over the long period of time. So even though this rally is absolutely beautiful and any basic trend following strategy would have got you into this for the majority of the move, the question that I say is, and this is the same thing that I say when people are saying, hey, what do you think of this chart? Or what do you think of this, you know, what do you think of this trade? You know, are these support and resistance levels right? I can help you out with all that. Kia Meow, hopefully I said that right. Kia Meow, I like it. Thank you so much for the subscription on YouTube. Welcome. Let's get back down to those lower time frames and watch what's going on here with the price, and actually just zoom out here a little bit. Okay. So it's the same thing that I say pretty much to the students that I mentor and the people that ask me these questions. It doesn't matter what my opinion is on your trade. It doesn't matter. I don't know more than you, right? Insofar as I have no more idea or no more probability of predicting whether or not your trade, the way that you've structured it, will have success, because nobody does. You could not show the best hedge fund trader. You could not show the best cryptocurrency trader. You couldn't show the best trader in the world your chart and ask them, is this going to go up or go down? The only thing that matters is your strategy over time. So the question you need to ask is not somebody else. The question that you need to ask, unless again you want help with asking, here's my setup, here's my strategy. Is this congruent with my strategy in your opinion? And if you explain that to me, thank you so much for the subscription, Brian. If you explain that to me, then I can tell you, just like I was working with Pylai the other day, right? Pylai was on a stream. He was breaking down a new day trading strategy, and we were just hitting him with the hard questions like, okay, well, exactly what does this define? What does this mean? What are you using this for? Why are you, anything that smells like, well, sometimes I would do this and sometimes I would do that. That's not going to fly. You need an if this, then that strategy. Dario, thank you so much for the subscription. So again, the question is not, what do I think of your setup? What do I think of your chart? Even though if you want help, I'm glad to look at your charts, right? I'm not saying that it's not. But the answer that I commonly give is, okay, this looks all right, but what is your strategy? What is your baseline strategy? Why are you trading this? What is your trading thesis? What is your premise, right? And then when you explain that to me, I can say, okay, well, based on what you've told me, that seems like it's in keeping with your strategy. Or based on what you've told me, this is not in keeping with your strategy. And then I usually like to drill in a little bit more. I usually like to drill in a little bit more on the strategy, because that's what's important, is focusing on the strategy, because the strategy, the system, is what's going to allow you to trade in these markets, to make money in the long term as a trader. It's not any one individual trade. It's not any one individual rally, honestly, even though this is very beautiful, very impressive. So let's look at the last daily candle. Let's look at the last daily candle, and let's actually take this to the daily analysis here for just a second. And I want to ask you guys a question. Right, this is a beautiful, beautiful daily candle, right? Beautiful daily candle. Now, let me ask you something. Does this look like a breakout candle? Does this look like a breakout candle, right? We have consolidation, and then the same candle, okay? Breakout candle. Does this look like consolidation? Or excuse me, does this look like breakout out of consolidation? Or does this look like late stage buying? Right? When do you typically get a huge volume spike and a massive candle on momentum? When an uptrend's already been established. Does that generally lead on average to continuation of the uptrend or to reversal of the downtrend? Typically leads reversal of it. You guys who are wondering. But I will say this. When it comes to Bitcoin, what we would have said over here, what we would have said here, essentially what we said. Those are really the best examples, right? So you can see, actually, we do get the daily sell signal, and this is kind of what is possible. We do get the daily sell signal, and we have that big significant retracement, 20% retracement back down to the daily baseline. Now, the daily baseline holding confirms that this is a pullback to support, right? So as long as, and here's the thing, as long as price is above the daily baseline, you always have limit orders at the daily baseline. You always have limit orders. You are always expecting support to hold when you're in a strong bullish trend, right? So to preface that with what we've got going on here, where's our daily baseline? Our daily baseline is in our bullish breaker, right? Our daily baseline is smack dab right about in the middle of our bullish breaker. Again, let's get an exact number on that without having to guesstimate. It's at 59.44. That's where our daily baseline is. You always have, and again, congruent as well with the bullish breaker here, right? So whenever we break above a level that was once a bearish breaker, or once we break above a level that was a bearish order block, it becomes a bullish breaker, right? Limit orders to be set to buy in that zone on any wicks, on any retracements, and until price breaks below the daily baseline, which is often a short signal in and of itself, a trending short signal. So you are now flipping to sell only mode. You always have limit orders set at the daily baseline. So for everybody who's wondering, where should I buy in if the trend, if this trend continues, but we have a pullback, right? That's where. Now, that doesn't mean that's the best place. That doesn't mean that there aren't opportunities on lower time frames, on intraday time frames. If we go to the hourly, for example, a multitude of areas. Just about any time we've had a good consolidation area where you can target below equal lows, look for liquidity grabs, look for your daily baseline on the hourly chart, for example. Or excuse me, actually, I'm not. Use current time frame. All right, so yeah, you can even see how the hourly baseline has been holding up, right? So you need to determine what your baseline is on the time frame that you're trading. Your baseline is your support. It is your primary level of support, right? It's the most critical element that you're probably going to have on your chart. It's not the most important thing as far as initiating a trade, but very, very, very important. All right, let's scroll up here and whoa, there's a lot of chat. So thank you guys. Thank you guys so much for being pumped, excited. What's going on with Bitcoin? Let me know your thoughts in the chat, guys. Whoa, I almost reached for something that I do not want. All right, come on, baby, pamp it. All right, we just had, it's 5:20 p.m. CDT my time. We've got an hour and 40 minutes until the daily candle close, and price is below VWAP on the chart. I like it. Break down to the 1 minute. Go down to the 1 minute chart. Let's get back over to the BitMEX chart, actually. Just for fun, just for funsies. Let's see what price is doing. Here we are. Now, what's interesting is TradingView calculates the VWAP differently than all other exchanges. So I have Deribit, I have ByBit open over here. Let's see, where is the VWAP at on Deribit? That's 7150. 7150 on Deribit. VWAP sitting at 67.95 on ByBit. Why are the VWAP prices different? Why is the VWAP different? Because the volume is going to be different. So this is the VWAP on BitMEX, right? So VWAP on BitMEX coming in at 67.87, right? Because there's different amounts of volume that are traded on each exchange, and VWAP is calculated by volume. So typically you want to be using VWAP on the exchange that you're trading on. All right, pushing up 71.54, 71.57 on the BitMEX chart. Zero Cool says, no way did I try that. Only short weakness and declining momentum. Blind orders right now are not good risk management. You're absolutely right. All right. So let's talk about our, before we continue any farther, let's get to what I think you all came to the show to see. Let's talk about our important. Go to the weekly chart. How's the weekly chart going to trade? How's the weekly chart going to close? We're going to close strongly, it seems to me, unless we have a very wild reaction over tomorrow and tomorrow night. I actually expect the weekly candle to close quite strongly. So we've got two memes out there. There's two memes that are floating around, right? We'll talk about the memes first, and then we'll talk about what I think actually matters, right? So meme number one, weekly candle opening and closing above 6,000, right? Sure. Works. Fine. I'm fine with that. Okay. It's, I mean, that's pretty congruent. That's pretty basic. That's pretty common. That's pretty typical for confirmation of a bullish. I don't even know what, I'm not necessarily sure what that means. And to be controversial, do I think this is a bull market? No. Do you know why? Because we haven't had a significant pullback yet, right? You do not call the initial impulse wave out of consolidation a bull market. And anybody who's saying that doesn't understand what they're talking about. Because as we can see back here, if we actually go back to the breakout, right? So here we are. Here we are on the last bear market, the last significant bear market, right? Starting in 2013, ending in 2015, and then continuing onwards from there. As you can see, we have kind of the same pattern, obviously consolidation underneath the daily baseline, breakout above both significant levels. And what do we see here that really, in my eyes, confirms a bull market? We have some significant pullbacks. This is the weekly time frame. We have some significant pullbacks. Here's the initial impulse wave out of the consolidation. Here's the initial impulse wave out of the consolidation, which I would argue is basically where we are right now, but ours is significantly stronger, but it doesn't change the market structure, right? It doesn't change the market structure. What really confirms the bull market is the fact that sellers will step in and take control of the market back. We will have a strong pullback, right? We will have a correction, right? You can't, I don't care what anybody thinks. You will have a correction, and the fact and the reality of bulls being able to uphold price and continue pushing it upwards after a strong correction, meaning that the sellers have not taken in control of the market, which honestly just relatively responds to profit taking, right? So you are going to see some healthy profit taking across the board. As you can see, you see it here on the weekly time frame, time transformation on the weekly time frame, pretty much calling every single top that we have in the market. Handsome 444, thank you so much for the sub on you, or thank you for the follow on Twitch, my good friend. Even better. I see a you're the man, just. Oh no, you're the man, dude. Blow off top incoming. XPT take profit 5 level struck. Thank you so much. Beautiful. 7202, 7232, struggling, getting pushed back. Oh yeah, baby. Late stage buying. Buy it. Fill my order. All right, let's see here. So yeah, the fact that we can have a correction and then continue moving in the dominant trend, hold the daily baseline, hold the daily levels of support, that's what's indicative of a bull market, right? You do not, anybody who is jumping to call this a bull market before we've had a correction, no offense, but they fall in the, wishes and fishes category, right? They fall in the, hey, price is going up, so obviously it's bullish, right? Without really a keen sense of risk management, without really a keen sense of market structure without really a keen sense of what's been there and what's been gone before. Real Stogger Roach, thank you so much, man. Highly appreciate you. Good to see you, my good brother. Ankit Dan Rash, ByBit lagged too much at 7,000. I'll tell you this. Listen, I've been on all three platforms today, right? ByBit, Deribit, and BitMEX, right? ByBit has lagged the least, right? It's not perfect, but at least you can get an order in, right? You can get an order in. BitMEX will tell you no, and then you got to spam the button 90,000 times. The Luke Skywalker Jedi lightsaber trading technique. Yes, that's right, man. Glenn Fittich on sale everywhere. That's a good liqueur, my good friend. All right. With that being said, let's go down to the. Okay, so we're on the weekly. Let's talk about some important levels here. All right, so the bearish breaker stretch from 58.50 to 61.53. All right, we're on the weekly time frame. Let's actually. Oh, let's take a look at something interesting here. Go back to the 3-day. We did get the 3-day Ichimoku Tenkan Kijun cross. Bam, baby, right there. Tenkan Kijun cross. Right? Now, playing the BPC wouldn't have worked out. Hey, sometimes you win them, sometimes you lose them. It's still the safer way to enter into the market, but the BPC did work quite well. We're about to get that 3-day edge-to-edge trade. If that does happen, we will go all the way up to 64. So I'm going to see how the next, I'd say short-term time frames, looking at how the day. All right, going over to the weekly. Tenkan Kijun cross far away. Tenkan Kijun cross far away on the correct settings in my point in time. Although we have broken above the Kijun, so the ultimate bullishness right here would be looking for a movement up to the bottom of the cloud, which would potentially be up to 9,300, right? Which a lot of people are calling for 9,000. Again, looking at Bitcoin, is it possible that we do run up all that way? Yeah, could. We kind of did the same thing over here. But if we do that, that would actually concern me more for the correction. I would feel that the correction would be more significant, right? If we correct here and then hold the 6,000 5850 level, let's say 5850 on the daily time frame, that's important. Then that's better, right? Then that's better. If that holds and then we push up, we could start talking about bull market, right? We can start talking about bull market. But we need to see a correction before we start talking about bull market, right? Right now it's just a good rally. Right now it's just a rally. That strongly in mind. Real Stogger Roach. Oh, throw in the $10, man. Awesome, man. Love you, brother. Among the strongest TA in the game. Thank you so much, man. Highly appreciated. Let's see here. Handsome says, I just took profit on my swing trade. 98% gain. That's what I like to hear, man. Awesome, baby. We'll re-examine and we consolidate on the weekly. That's awesome, man. Andrew bought a banjo with your BTC winnings. You could have done better than that, man. Oscar Edos. Hi, bro. When do you think I should start my shorts? If you're asking that question, then when you should start your shorts is when price closes below the daily baseline and we enter back into the bearish trend. No offense, but shorting is a more advanced concept. And unless you have strong guidance, mentorship, leadership, or confidence in what you're doing, then you should just wait until you're in a confirmed bearish trend and not try to short against the bull market. Because everybody that has been doing so, getting wrecked. I've changed my screen settings to only show green, so always green candles forever. I guess that's one way to trade. Thank you, man. Where do I see the next order block? Sure, let's go break that down. Let's go to the weekly time frame. Let's go to the daily. Sorry. So what defines an order block, right? Get rid of our indicators here for a little bit. So what defines an order block? We have to ask ourselves what defines an order block, right? An order block is going to be the last candle in a movement before a shift in market structure. What is a shift in market structure? A market structure is higher highs, higher lows, or lower lows, lower highs, right? So we need to identify an area in the market where we had higher highs and higher lows. We shifted to lower lows and lower highs. That is a shift in market structure. And then we need to identify the last candle in that movement and plot out its body. Okay, so the daily order block that we just overcome was a bullish order block. When bullish order blocks are closed below on little to no resistance, as we had here, they become bearish breakers, which means you short returns into them, right? Now, obviously, that's still, again, this time didn't work out. It's not a perfect system. I don't possess the magic. The secret sauce is in the rules and the tools, not necessarily in all the individual trade setups. But it wouldn't have taken you long to be out of this trade. Why? Because for me, what is an invalidation of the trade? A daily close above the block, right? A daily close above the block. We have a stop loss, generally 3 to 5% above the block as well, right? Depending on market volatility. Our stops are always based on ATR. So we get the daily close above there. It would not have cost you a whole lot to be wrong about that trade, right? And then you can actually see the BPC pivot. You can see the BPC on this candle right here on the intraday time frames. You actually do pull back, hold this level of support, and kick off. Beautiful entry in it. All right, so let's roll back a little bit. So keeping that in mind, we need to identify a level on the chart where we had a series of higher lows and higher highs, and then a shift in market structure. All right, seems like we have two areas that would fit the bill, right? We have this area right here. We have this area right here. All right, now I would argue, let's actually see if we can't get more historical data. Oh, stream hacked. Let's see if we can't get some historical data with VPVR. So VPVR is one good way to help identify order blocks. You can look for volume. All right, so we see a big spike in volume right here. Okay, there's a high volume node right there. There is a high volume node right here, so we can utilize that one as well. Seems like both are equal. Where is current price sitting at right now? Current price is actually sitting in this block right here. So let's go ahead and chart both of them out, and we'll see which setup best. So to do this well, I'm going to need to delete time transformation for just a second so it doesn't recandle my bars, because you do want the last up candle in a bullish trend. So there you go. Boom. Quite easy to do, guys. Bam. There it is. 72.61, 73.61 on the Bitstamp chart. Where we're at and struggling. All right. Block number one. Okay. Block number one. All right. Now, let's look at this one. Lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high. So is this an order block? No, this is not an order block. This is nothing. This is a trend. Is this an order block? No. Lower, high, high, lower, high. This is nothing. Okay. Is this an order block? Higher high, low, higher high, higher high, higher low. Lower low, lower high. Yes, this is an order block. So that's the next order block. So let's start it out. Sorry, I wasn't trying to like be demeaning or rude or anything. I just want to help you people out with this. Now, there's two preferences for this, right? We'll talk about my preference and we'll talk about, this is where we can get a little subjective, right? Where we can get a little subjective. So warning, subjectivity incoming. I typically like to use larger candles, right? Because they give me more room to operate in, right? The classic definition, we'd be using this candle, and for this example, we are, right? This is actually, I would say, the truest order block, right? But you will find, and it's not always right, so this is an area where you just kind of have to kind of hope for the best, right? Kind of hope for the best sometimes. And sometimes you can take both setups, and sometimes they can group quite well, right? Because you can see that you could also use this order block right here, right? Why? Because it gives you more room to work with, right? It's a taller candle, right? It's a taller candle, so it gives you more space to ease in. Now, a practical way to alleviate this, because in this situation, often you'll find them identical. The truest high candle just adds space onto your longer candle. So what you can do, again, I always like to scale in and scale out of positions. So you can start like slowly adding, and then have the majority of your add up here, all right? So 5%, 5%, 15%, 20%, and then. Profit 6. 72.80 and pumping. Anthem. All right, let's go down to those lower time frames and see how price interacts with the current block. All right, I'm the sky will start falling soon guy right now. Sakurai, hey, what's going on, man? Good to see you, brother. I don't know if you're actually my son, but if you are, I'll take it. This is where you find out how good those other platforms are. You're gosh darn right, man. Freeman's Cryptoverse. What's going on, brother? I lost all my Bitcoins. How'd you do that, man? How is that humanly possible? I'm sorry to hear that, man. What's the price of a correction? Well, I heard if you pay Bitfinex $650 million or $850 million, excuse me, they'll cause one for you. When Darth Vader whips out his long one, I'm buying a mandolin. Can you give your 2 cents on Bitfinex discount and why there is no longer a premium? Ooh, interesting. Colorio, help FOMO. Hey, don't FOMO. Listen, do not FOMO. I know it's hard if you're not in a position to watch price go up and up and up and up and up, but I assume that you're holding some Bitcoin, right? Again, I'm biased. This is so some people who aren't on leveraged exchanges, right? You have to remember, right? So if you're on BitMEX, if you're on ByBit, which I highly recommend, if you guys want to trade on an exchange that I think is far superior to BitMEX, check out my link in the description down below. If you want to trade on something like ByBit or Deribit or BitMEX, right? You're holding Bitcoin, right? So throughout this whole cycle, right? Whether you've been able to capture a long and get like them dope profits, you've still like your price has gone up. You have more money than when you started, right? Because you've been capturing the 1x movement, the entire movement up, Pump it up. Just wait till Monday and all the mortals hear about it on CSN, MSCBC. To give us a hype pump, don't buy right now. Don't be the wick. Yeah, you don't want to be the wick. This is awesome. All right. Like we should, what about Ether? Yeah, major breakout. We will get to Ether because Ether is exciting as well, but 2 cents on the Bitfinex discount. Let's go over here. Price on Bitfinex right now. 71.72. Ooh, gosh, dang. So there was a tether premium. There was a premium on Bitfinex's price on Bitcoin pretty much this entire cycle. And now that discount has dropped. And as long as price was above the discount, price continued to pamp. And now price is below the discount. Combined with a massive volume. Combined with the largest green. Such a long time. Look at those shorts just drop off the face of the market. That's real FOMO right there, guys. I mean, you are seeing, you know what's beautiful about these charts as a human is that you can just see how this stuff really, really, really affects people, right? You know, it's one thing to say and to claim that you're a disciplined, patient, calm trader, right? Which are over time the most successful traders, right? So let me give you an example, right? Let me give you an example, and people are going to point to this all the time. So during the entire like massive market cycle of 2017, when Bitcoin's price just went absolutely parabolic, right? There were a lot of people who at that point in time made a lot of money, right? Similarly, a couple months later when altcoins pumped, right? But here's the reality. A good majority of those people never captured any of that profit. Never captured any of that profit. They held, they bought and hold. They heard, you know, do what Warren Buffett does. Warren Buffett holds stuff for 10 years. Warren Buffett doesn't even trade cryptocurrency. How are you going to compare his investment strategy? You can't take what you learned in Forex and what you learned in equity and bring that over here unless what you learned in Forex and what you learned in equity was patience, discipline, and risk management, right? Yeah, I mean, the majority of retail traders, for as much potential profit as they had on the table, the reality and the sad thing about it is that most of them did not capture their profits. A lot of them did not capture a lot of their profits. What do you mean, you people? Should I noi vac or go to hell? Should I buy back or go to hell? Well, just wait, man. Wait for a correction. Went into PX because of USDT. Yeah, I feel you, man. PAX, yeah, I got you. Yeah, I would not recommend being the wick. What's the pullback price? Asking for a friend. Again, the weekly level to hold would be that same block that we just broke above. Let's go back to the chart. What is that block? Block right here. 58.50 to 61.53. Could potentially see a bounce as well off 60.51. That's the top of the weekly block. Also the point of control. But he said, and you know, it's just kind of funny. Out and about, it's funny watching all the TA guys singing a different tune all of a sudden. Yeah, because the market is doing something different. You know, one of the interesting things about being a trader is, again, I don't care about being right. I care about making money. So if the market's bullish, I call it bullish. It is funny watching. It is funny though watching people come into chat rooms of people who put their lives on the line and are here every day, giving people their honest opinions, thoughts, and ideas, original ideas, and having nothing better to do with their time than to come in and make an ass of themselves. But thank you for viewing. ByBit says it's not for U.S. citizens, sadly. There's a link to a VPN down in the description below. All right. Bitcoin, please go to moon. Good to see you, Cisco Kid. Patrick Wright thinks, I think it goes to 10K, then hits new lows. Ooh. What VPN would you recommend to use, Deribit? Windscribe. It's right down in the description down below. It's the best VPN you will ever see, ever use, ever taste, ever touch, ever smell, ever feel. Windscribe, I love you so. Tim R, thank you so much for the subscription on YouTube. The only thing I've been using for a long time. Face rippers, get wrecked, bears. Parabolic rise incoming. This has been a parabolic. What do you mean? This is a parabola, right? I'm not talking tool. Parabola. Look, latest rectum, okay? Where we're at in proximity to the latest rectum, okay? They were about 85 degrees above that lattice rectum. Parabola. Parabola. It's a cup and handle, I'm sure, man. Charlie Molden, thank you so much for the $2, man. Highly appreciated that. What is my take profit price? So as far as spot holdings, none, right? I don't have a leveraged long position open at this point in time. Jared the Dude One, thank you so much for the subscription on YouTube, my good friend. Nope, I am not the wick, my good friend. I am holding my spot Bitcoin. I will not drop my spot Bitcoin. I will not sell my spot Bitcoin. I don't do that. I sit in XBT. If I feel the price is going to go down, I'll hedge up. I'll go 1x short. I'll go 2x short. I'll go 3x short potentially until I get confirmation of the teardown. Downside. Hold loved ones close. Hold Bitcoins. Hold at all costs. Just revert the chart and see the price dump. You would never buy that. True. Could have bought many Lambos, lost all. The 618 fib is around 22,984. Lostra says that's true, man. I rode the wave up and then I drowned it. Yeah, I mean, so yeah, not this time around. I absolutely feel you. So those of you who were here for the first bull cycle, hopefully you guys are going to be you guys need to be a little bit more tempered, a little bit more patient, a little bit more, what's the word I'm looking for? A little bit more prepared. I think you guys are ready this time. I think everyone on the internet makes perfect trades and never lose money. I thought everyone on the internet makes perfect trades and never lose money. No, I lose money all the time. That's just that I tend to make more money than I lose. So on a great month, I have a 70% hit rate, right? Now, on a bad month, I have like a 40% hit rate, but I still make money. Again, your percentage of being right is different from your profitability. And why is that? Money management. That's the most important thing. What is the most important thing to a trader? Risk. Not the setup. It's not the entry. It's not. Getting in at the right price is not the most important thing. It's the third most important thing. The most important thing is money management. The second most important thing is strategy and discipline. The third most important thing is entry and exit. A good money management system and good discipline, good psychology will more than cover up for a bad trading strategy. Renee Galan, thank you so much for the subscription on YouTube. Remco Lakin says, you sound like you know a lot, but my friend bought Ripple 2 years ago. $600. That $600 is now in the thousands of dollars. So HODL is a good strategy. Yeah, if you buy the bottom, if you buy the top, it's not a good strategy. And HODL is not a good trading strategy. HODL is an investment strategy. HODL is the absence of a trading strategy. Trading strategy requires you to know when to enter and exit the market, how much to invest, where to cut your losses, where to regroup, where to re-enter. Adam Hancock, thank you so much for the subscription on YouTube, guys. Take profit at Winky Face. In 2018, EOS was $21.46, so $10 at the end of the year is possible, of course. Possible. Any thoughts on Fetch AI? Nope, it's probably pumping with all the rest of the altcoins. I was early this morning and I saw 63.52 and I said, whoa, it's too expensive to buy. And now, well, again, there's been breakout signals. You can be a breakout trader. You know, what are you looking for a breakout trade? You're looking for consolidation, right? Because this is typically what Bitcoin's done, right? It makes a move sideways. You get a strong candle close above, and you can go for the trade. You need that candle close above, though. Hourly is best. If you want to do it on the 15-minute, that's fine as well. EOS pump and dump. Tony Vise. When we get the pullback, what would be a good strategy to start buying? Have limit orders set at the daily baseline or the bullish order block, or the bullish breaker, excuse me. Manage risk on a daily close below the daily baseline. And this area right here. Or wait for price to bottom on a volume spike, move sideways, and then break up. Is Binance doing deposits and withdrawals again? Not yet. Tony Vi says we're going down to 1K. That dude's been trying to buy the bottom on every. That dude was trying to, no offense to Tone Base, a lot of respect for the man, super smart. But as far as his Bitcoin price predictions go, he was trying to buy all these dips, trying to buy this dip and this dip and this dip, and then I'm pretty sure he was trying to short every rally. Bob the Builder says, the Cracking Crypto team changed my life. Let your winners run and cut your losses early. Thank you, brother. Love you, man. New lows are done. Never below 3K again until 2050 when new tech supplants current entire market. Sorry. I don't know. I don't know. I will never take off the table that new lows are not possible because that is predicated on the fact that I can predict the future and I can't. So everybody that, listen, I've said this many times, right? I've said this so many times, right? All the people who are saying Bitcoin, this price by end of year, this price by end of year, that is not trading. That is horseshit, right? No offense, guys, but that is all prognostication. It's all guessing. It's all wish work. There is absolutely no fact, no validation. It doesn't matter how many trend lines, fibs, pivot points, spirals, wishy-washy, right line, wrong line. Doesn't matter how many you draw, right? You can't predict the price of an asset at any given point in time. It doesn't even matter if you have inside information. You cannot predict what other human beings will do in the future, and you cannot predict what the market conditions will be in the future, right? You have no clue, right? That's why I don't worry about any of that noise. I just focus on my strategy, my risk, my entry. That's it. It's so simple, right? It's so simple. You don't even have to read the news, right? Now, I read the news because I try to have an entertaining show and be up to date on what's going on, and I care deeply about the technology insofar as Bitcoin goes, right? I don't really care about an AMA with an altcoin, but Yeah, Wall2D2 says, yeah, predictions are for the weatherman on the news, and they're wrong most of the time. Is that hey, Wall2D2, is that Wally? GBU Wally? Investors do okay, traders make the bank. Bam, bam, baby. Thank you so much. Looks sustainable. Sell your wife. I would if I had one. Just kidding. I'm missing some stuff over here. Sorry, I think I missed a super chat. You guys are killing it over here, man. Ellen Honish, thank you so much, man. Okay, yeah, that was Charlie Molden, man. Sorry. Yeah, thank you so much for the two, my good friend. Hopefully that answers your question. I'm not in a just to clarify, just to backtrack on that a little bit. I'm not in a leveraged long position. I'm actually, if you want the truth, right? Because I've been sitting here and I said it right at the beginning of the show. I'm actually in a leveraged short position, right? So we're gonna see how that plays out over the next day or two. Okay, I'm willing to take a loss on it because again, you know, throwing the jab, throwing the jab, throwing the jab. Hopefully it's a good entry. Again, looking at some other confluent factors, and I do kind of like it, right? A lot of volume coming in, man. A lot of volume coming in. So if we do break up on low volatility, I'll take the L. Not a big deal. Look for another re-entry. Price continues to go up. I mean, overall, being like 1x long on all this, and with the position size that I have, it's pretty much a hedge shot. But it's a good entry. It's a good place to throw a jab. But as far as like selling my Bitcoin, I don't do that. I'll just 1x short. And like if it was something besides Bitcoin, I would. Like now altcoins, whatever, right? I'll buy and drop those. But Bitcoin, like why sell your spot position when you can short, when you can just hedge up? I don't understand that. I mean, I do. It's all about risk, private keys, blah blah blah. But in March 2018, I started with $200. In December, I had $11.50. Now I'm almost back to $100. Found cracking cryptocurrency a month ago. It's been awesome. Thank you, Stephen Becker, man. Love you, brother. Nice tool reference. Hell yeah, Gabriel. Personally, I rock ExpressVPN. Get out of here with that, man. Say parabola like Arnold Schwarzenegger. Get to the parabola. I don't know, man. Play some parabola by Tool. I would, but then that would copyright strike my video. And yeah, man. Ha, he said rectum. Bcash will outperform all, in my opinion. I don't know what fundamental value Bitcoin Trash has. So is there any news about Bitcoin causing this or only technical trading? I mean, no. I mean, we're just in a rally, man. This is how a rally performs when you're in a rally. And typically a rally can move on higher momentum than you would intend, and it can move down with higher momentum than you intend. Mr. Novogratz says we are bottoming out. What resistance levels? It's called buy and don't sell. Everybody's been waiting for a pullback since 5,000. Right, and just at the moment, generally when you feel there's never going to be a pullback and you want to FOMO the top, that's generally when you get the correction. Ethereum, let the Vitalik gifts out. Do you think financial institutions are playing their cards now? They were accumulating down at the bottom, and they've been accumulating for a long time. Big news in June for EOS. It will go to $10. Caribbean crypto. John McAfee says $1 million. John McAfee don't care. The only reason that people get hurt on a roller coaster are the ones that jump off. Buy high, sell low is my problem. HODL, yeah. BC Taiwo, thanks so much for the subscription. There are so many on-ramps in 2019. Do you think it's even possible to go back to a bear market? Yeah, I do. Depends on what happens with the Bitfinex legal situation. And it happens with Binance. Anything can happen, guys. I'm not the one that's going out on YouTube and saying that, like, I know for sure I have inside information that Bitfinex has been indicted. It's possible, right? It's possible. I don't know. And again, it's just like, you know, I've had a lot of comments on The Truth About Bitfinex Tether FUD, right? Like, I'm very critical about Bitfinex and Tether, right? Very critical about them. Been critical about Kraken lately because they are associated with this crypto capital corporation central banking scheme of cryptocurrency. So is Binance, right? So is Binance. So was Quadriga. And I have a lot of Canadian friends who lost a lot of money. So I have nothing but scorn, reprobation, and hatred, and really bad juju, you know, for anybody that is kind of doing business with these shady characters. Yo, Scrandy, thanks so much for the sub on YouTube, man. New to trading, where to start? I am biased, but I would recommend the link at the top of the screen, man. Bink. I am building a course that is designed to teach individuals how to trade a very simple trend following strategy that utilizes if this then that rules. They don't have to listen to noise. They don't have to worry about being right. It focuses on psychology. It focuses on risk management. It focuses on money management. Everything that I've learned over the years of trading the market. But if that's not something you want to do, it's totally fine. There's some really good good videos on YouTube for beginner trading. Babypips.com. It's not necessarily applicable to cryptocurrency, but it's typically a good start as well. Just a guy from Brooklyn, New York, Wall TD2. Oh, that's cool, man. It's all good, man. I love you just the same. 1 billion is going to affect 200 billion, right? Doesn't matter what exchange gets hacked. Your keys, your coin doesn't affect the larger epidemic. You're absolutely right, man. Went long on Fetch. Was I too early? Getting 20x short on Bitcoin, says Bitcoin Satan. Look at that BTC chart. Looking nothing like it on planet Earth in any instrument. Bob the Builder, man. Love you, brother. Invest is a word that means future. If 7,345 really was the top, I'm going to feel pretty good about myself. Hell yeah, man. What percentage do I spend on hookers, gambling, drugs, and iTunes? So I don't spend money on hookers. I don't do drugs. I don't gamble. And I don't have an Apple product. So I don't. Sorry, man. I'm like the least atypical trader you'll probably find. I'm a single father. I have 3 children. You know, I pretty much trade. Provide educational content to my community, to my premium trading group, trade and do dad stuff. That's pretty much all I do, man. You know, I don't do substances. I vape. That's my one like bad habit. But all indicators are useless right now. Ultimate bull market confirmation. No, as I said, a bull market confirmation would be on a correction and then a continuation. Would I have made more money trading or holding? Trading. I've made more money trading like than I would have ever made holding. Because again, most people that held do not realize their profits. Holding is not a trading strategy. That's an investment strategy. And most people, now I would say 95 to 98% of people that say they're investors in cryptocurrency are hodlers, right? That's completely different. Hodling is a term that means I don't have a trading strategy, so I'm lazy, right? It means I don't feel confident entering and exiting the market to maximize my profit, or at least improve my profit curve, right? It means I want to be dictated by the market instead of having a strategic approach to the market of when I enter and exit, right? Now, with Bitcoin, I give Bitcoin hodlers a lot of leeway, right? Because I like Bitcoin, I hodl Bitcoin, but I manage my positions by going long and short. Neverside, thank you so much for the follow on Twitch, my good friend. Sorry, let me give a quick shout out because I missed a lot of follows, guys. So let me just scroll down here a little bit. Jared the Dude 1, Steven Jackson, Renee Galan, Adam Hancock, Nah Dodd, Jamar Jones, HP 1975, Ellen Honish, Joseph Sylvia, Chris Morrison, Pablo Moreno, BC Taiwo, Yost Grandy, and Ahmad to Fail. Thank you guys so much for the subscriptions on YouTube. Welcome to the family. Good to see you guys. And if I missed anybody on Twitch, let me give you some shout outs. Truff Shuff 00 and Neverside again. Thanks so much for the follows. And V Guevara, thanks so much for the follow or subscription on YouTube, guys. You guys are absolutely fantastic. All right, so we've been sitting here looking at this chart for a little bit. Let's scroll down to the bottom of the chat. Let's scroll down to the bottom of the chat and get over to Ethereum because people want to know about Ethereum. Back over to the BitMEX chart. See what's going on here on the 1 minute. Yeah, look at all this. Look at this big, massive volume right here, right? Nice blow off top right here at the top. We formed a high, right? We formed a swing high. Are we going to form a lower high? That is the, again, market structure, right? Higher low, lower high, higher low. Higher high, lower high, lower high. Low. There we go. Sorry. So again, always looking for the swing failure pattern. What is a swing failure pattern for those of you who are new to the channel? Bam, it's quite easy. Boom, we formed a swing high. We've got a swing low. Are we forming a lower high? If we break that low, that's bearish. Okay? Simple. Really easy. It's cracking cryptocurrency chart patterns 101. Crypto Minot. Hey, what's going on, man? Good to see you, brother. I'm buying every dip and buying every breakout on BitMEX. Now I've reached the maximum position size. What would I do now? Well, you're at your maximum position size, so look to take profit. I mean, are you in a profitable position? Move your stop loss to break even, take 20 to 30% profit. We're kind of at an area where I would say take 50 to 75% profit and then readjust, depending on where you've been in. If you've been buying every breakout, then I mean you're doing quite well, man. So you can wait. You can wait for the bearish confirmation. Again, this is just the 1 minute chart, so this is short-term trading. But this is where you're going to see. This is where you're going to see the shift in market structure quickest. In this. What's Bitcoin's next target if price breaks through the red order block? The next order block. The Bitstamp chart. Let's go to the... Oh, okay, yeah, okay. So I was like, why? And there's a good reason why. It's because... Now, for the purposes of this, we're just going to go ahead and highlight the true bear shorter block. But for those of you who were watching earlier, and of course, you can rewind the show if you guys missed it, we can talk about that other area. So that's all the way up in the $9,000 area. Boom. That will probably be the next target after the pullback and continuation. All right, for those of you guys who want to go back in 1080p, you can actually get a brief repeat because for some reason my monitor's been flashing for the last couple days. Scott, we need to fix that. It's not a big deal. I updated the graphics driver. I don't know. Anyways, could be because this is a TV and that's a TV and these three are monitors. So I like them that way. They're quite wide. They're quite nice. They work quite well for me. Anyways, my Sealy man. Hey, you know, they just legalized mushrooms in Denver, Colorado. Good evening from Ireland, lads. Good to see you, my good friend Justin. Let's get that Bitcoin, man, as we're always doing on a daily basis. Right. Hey. Turbo Panda, thanks so much for the subscription on YouTube, my good friend. Redbeard, sorry, man. I saw your YouTube comment and I see your DM. Pulling it up right now. Bam! This is from Redbeard, the Fractal God, man. I don't know why you don't have your own channel in our Discord because you have some of the most interesting chart patterns and setups. And for me to say that, you guys know how I feel about chart pattern stuff. All right, anyways. 2015. We've got some fibs. We've got some lines. We're doing right line, wrong line here. Okay, we've got a vertical line. So 2015, top of the cycle, beginning of the retracement. What is this? The daily chart. Okay, this is the bull market, the bear market of 2015. What happened? All right, we've got a moving average here. This is a long moving average. I'm not sure what moving average this is, but it's a moving average. All right, so we've got dink, 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 dink. Oh my God, this is gosh darn gorgeous. All right. So what you're saying is that we're going to go up to the 618 Fibonacci retracement, which is going to be that 6,000 something dollar area, right? All right, I like it. Fib retracement, this is measured from here. Here. Also, you measured from here. Okay, I like it. Cool. And then we just go on full on parabola because we push up. So you're saying we parabola up higher, up to that $8,600 area, reject from there, makes sense, reject from there, have a massive sell-off back down to the 786 Fibonacci retracement. So you're talking about an $8,600 back down to the $5,600 area. I can dig that. And then we get the nice bullish kick up, have a break back above the moving average, pull back, hold the moving average support, confirm bull market, right? Bull market confirmed, Illuminati confirmed. I like it, man. I like it quite a bit. Those of you guys who also like Redbeard's fractal analysis, make sure to tip that guy in the Discord. You guys can use the Panda bot if you guys would like. Reptilian Crypto, thanks so much for the subscription on YouTube, my good friend. You guys are absolutely fantastic. Killing it in the chat today. This is a Buffett and Munger pump. What the heck? I mean, I know who they are, but... Oh, so you're just saying, yeah, you're just saying that they're buying up. Everybody laughed at Justin. Thought it was something. This is the beginning of 45% of institutional managers wanting to get into the game. You know, let's take a look at something that most people don't look at. Let's look at Quandl. Might have to pull up the... Yeah, give me 1 sec to pull up the link for that. It's going to be right over here. It's in the premium start packet for all subscribers to the YouTube, or excuse me, to the premium trading group. It's going to be here in premium trading group resources, cool links and tools. Whoa, sorry about that, guys. Commitment of traders report. Go see what the CME futures are doing. Let's see what big money's doing. And actually look at, sorry guys, I know that's probably highly annoying. Probably highly annoying. Here we are in Quandle. Will I switch my short to long if this daily closes above the block? Yeah, most likely. I'm not really a wishes and fishes type guy, right? Trade has been invalidated and it's a bad entry, and I'll. Okay. Got about an hour left, though. It all depends on what the day. Yes, we know you look cookie. We know you like cookies, Quandle. Thank you so much. All right. So let's see here, CME futures, and we got open interest pulled up right here. Open interest. Let's take a gander here. We've got April, March 26th. We have open interest of 3.428 thousand contracts. 4,000. Taken off, and open interest rising. All right. So the last report we have was last May 7th, of course. We won't receive another report until this. It's a 3-day 200 simple moving average. I like it. How can I have kids and trade and do videos? I must be Superman. I mean, my kids are good, man. I raised them right. They're helpful. They, I have a 10-year-old daughter, 9-year-old son, and a 16-month-old daughter. So, my older kids help out with my daughter. Clean. They good. Kids. Deal or no deal? All right, so let's see here. It's actually might be a little bit open the bit. That go to the daily, and let's pull open Bennett's Commitment Traders. This is a pretty cool tool. What is it? COT Bitcoin? Where is it like Bitcoin? Bitcoin COT. Yeah, here it is. Bennett Stein, right? Boom. Right. Shout out to Mr. Bitcoin Trading Challenge himself. Did you get back on the show sometime if you're watching? I got a lot of help, man. I got a good team, man. Time management, good sleep, healthy living, keto coffee, chia seeds, bee pollen, good, man. Apple cider vinegar. Okay. So let's open up our settings here. All right, so we've got our institutional trader net is the black line. We've got our professional trader net, which is the gray line. And of course, we've got our retail trader net, which is the blue line. So this indicates if the line is moving up, it means that pool of traders is buying. If the line is moving down, that means that pool of traders is selling. All right. And then we have the green and the red line, which represent the percent of open interest held by the 4 biggest longs and the 4 biggest shorts, right? So if we see the green line moving up, it means that the largest holders of positions on CME are adding more longs. And if we see the red line going up, it means the largest position is adding more shorts, right? Similarly, if the green line moves down, and blah, blah, blah. Cool. All right, so we need to really zoom this up to see the movement between the green and the red lines. But what we can see is that throughout this movement, so here we are in April, throughout this entire movement, so if we go back to the 1st of April, right? So here's the 1st of April. We can see that retail, and typically, remember, guys, we want to trade on the side of institutions because they have the time frame. Now, here's the problem, right? Everybody that wants to trade like a market maker but isn't a market maker. If you're not a market maker, you can't trade like a market maker. And if you try to trade like a market maker, generally over time, you're not going to have a good success. Now, that's not to say that any strategy can't. Vapor Life 94, today's a great day. That's not to say that a strategy cannot have good success regardless of how it's implemented, okay? However, what I will say is this. All right, we just grabbed liquidity above that most recent high around the $73.50 area. In a little pushback, let's see. Now if we push up, that's golden and beautiful. Holding VWAP quite nicely on Deribit. All right, now typically we want to trade on the side of institutions, right? So we typically don't want to trade on the side of retail. The problem is that this doesn't actually give you timing, right? Because these individuals have generally, especially if we're talking about funds, generally have the time length and the patience to hold positions open for months, if not longer, right? Of course, there's expiry, but they'll just move their contracts over to them. And they're not always right? So you have to remember that large funds that are trading Bitcoin futures are hedged in other assets. Okay? This is a risk on asset for them, representing a small percentage of their portfolio. So anyways, Let's pull that back open. Okay, so professional traders, what have they been doing pretty much this entire rally? Let's go to April 1st. March 31st, they just started selling and selling and selling and selling and selling and selling. All right. So they've sold, they have shorted into this entire rally on the way up. So professional traders, this is going to be your stock pickers. They're going to believe, they obviously believe that price is moving down. We see that the largest funds, asset managers, they're actually buying up, and buying up. And then around, I want to say the 28th of April, they started exiting their position, right? They started exiting their less long. Now let's look at the movements here. Okay. So this is the top 4 holders of contracts on the CME futures, averaged out. So we can see here that starting, and this is updated every week. So when's the breakout really start? Obviously around the beginning of April, right? Beginning of April, they thought it was a fake out. They took the short, then they started reducing their positions. And it wasn't until just now, the report that was released on the 7th, that we actually see them starting to increase their shorts. And they've been reducing their long exposure this entire time. So this is actually quite bearish, looking at what institute. Left. Fiat leak looks crazy right now. $1,000 daily candle a day. OMG, you guys are absolutely crazy, man. $1,035 from open to current close. And it's pamping. Get rid of that COT report. Ethereum pamping as well. Am I detecting sexuality in this, or am I going nuts? In me? I mean, I don't know. That's on you, dude. Spanish chicken. You know, we hardly know each other. Michael Pell, thanks so much for the subscription on YouTube. So how do I still feel about X42? I still love that project, man. I like them all. They're good people. Dances reluctantly is busting out the champagne. Hell yeah, baby. Bitcoin Satan says it would be awesome if this market was real and not run by bots controlled by the Rothschild cartel. Whoa, dude. Am I using Elliott waves to call the top? Hell no. Intraday itchy edge to edge. Yep, that's looking like the target, man. But, you know, here's the reality. Like, looking at this candle, right? From a long-term position, there is nothing you could do to make me justify saying, yeah, guys, buy this candle. Buy right here. Crazy. This is the most, like, okay, so let me just, like, point this out, right? This is a 16.47% candle, right? That's a 16.47% candle. That means whatever position you were holding prior to this candle, you have an additional 16.47% profit. If you're on a leverage exchange, times that by whatever, right? For your margin, anyways, right? You still make the same percentage of how much price went up on your position size, but I digress. That is a take profit candle. That's a take profit candle, just to let you know, right? I'm busting out the Mad Dog 2020, man. Am I pulling an all-nighter? I can't. I wish that I really could. I mean, I wish that I could, but it is Saturday, and I got to spend time with my family because I am on the charts. I'm on the computer 12 to 14, sometimes longer hours a day, and they're awesome, and they deal with it. And this is kind of a Saturday where I was like, yes, listen, we'll roast weenies and have family time. So, got some barbecued ribs in the crock pot. I'm getting in at the top. You convinced me? Awesome, man. Glad to hear that. Glad to hear you're learning. Oh, geez, it's 6:14, guys. Hey, ich bin Batman. Good to see you, man. Herzlichen Glückwunsch. Herzlichen Glückwunsch zum Geburtstag. Zum euch. Can I explain candles for the noobs? Yeah, absolutely, man. If you give me a second. So I'm going to take a brief 1 or 2 minute break, guys. I just need to go get something to drink. Take a puff of my vape off screen because that's unprofessional to do on the stream, so I don't do that. I'm hearing that the HODL, take profit in shorts. Take profit. Are you YouTubers all paid? Not all of us. No, not all of us. You think alts will drop or fly when Bitcoin corrects? Drop when it corrects, and then if it goes sideways, fly. How many people in here have ever made an actual Bitcoin purchase? Are you fucking high, dude? No Daklo Jack? I would assume that every single person in here, who the hell would want to watch a dude talk about the chart of Bitcoin on a Saturday night if they weren't intimately concerned with the price of Bitcoin? Yes, I send Bitcoin 3 to 4 times a day. The fee is significantly less than you are attempting to purport it to be. Or I'm not exactly sure. Maybe I'm completely just being wrong, but for some reason. Would I short the upper edge of the 3-day Kumo cloud? Yeah. Bitte ein Bitburger. Ha! Das stimmt. Seriously. I good to see you, man. I put 1,000 in when it was around 3K. I wish I would have bought a full one though. Yeah, I feel you, man. Huge resistance. All right, guys. Let me take a brief 1 or 2 minute break. Right, I'll be right back. Don't go anywhere. If you guys want to help out the stream, of course, you guys can head over here to topg.crackingcryptocurrency.com. We're in a fierce competition for spot number. See what it is. 7. Darn it, mine cats! Every time. Blah. All right, so I know it's just a little Discord server, guys, but you can go to topg.crackingcryptocurrency.com to give us a note vote. It doesn't cost you anything. You're going to come to a screen that looks like this. I don't even got to register an account. You just click this thing, right? I mean, we could probably send 1,000 bots at it if we wanted to, but why would we do that? It's just for fun, right? Just a little Discord server competition. And that would help us out, guys. We highly appreciate that. I'll actually drop the link in the chat. We're back. We're live. We're here at Tensor Charts. Okay. You know, and something that's super interesting that I wanted to point out is look at that turnover, right? Do you see this? Do you see this? See this? You guys see this right here? 912.4 million contracts turnover. I even refreshed the page a couple times. I'll refresh it again. Unless that's an error, that's weird. Go over to the BitMEX large trades, and it's just going crazy. $120 million in the buy on Bitcoin. Get back over here into the live scene. Shorts, tanking, longs, rising, price, pumping. Just buy more? Just buy more. Let's see. When did I miss some? Let's see if I missed some good chat. People were like, wait. I'm sorry, guys. I missed BitConnect. I missed the good old days. I miss the good old days when I just go to coinmarketcap.com and there it was right at the top. BitConnect. Should I buy or wait? Absolutely wait. Absolutely wait. Today is the first time I've ever been able to buy. It is probably the worst time you could ever possibly buy. Even if price goes up, it's still the worst time. Because that would be the definition of FOMO. Buy the dip, buy the correction, don't buy the top. Don't be the wick. I just got 7,000 Bitcoin. Should I sell now? Please do, man. Dump it. Let's start the dumping. Up all night watching the charts. Whoever mentioned the 3-day Kumo cloud, nice catch. Looks like 74.50-ish. Yep, that's absolutely true. Shout out to Zuhair Nakvi. Liquidate all shorts, wrecked. Everything had an up except ZERP. IOTA long term, IOST long term. I see your IOTA, and I raise you an IOST. Got bags and bags and bags of ZERP, and yep, just sitting there retarded AF. What's your thought on exiting into a stable coin to lock in some profits now? Again, that's fine, yeah, but I don't do that, right? So I hold Bitcoin and then I just move short, all right, because I hold XBT. Liquidating shorts every single minute. Right. Did I go over Ethereum? Level to hold is 174.91, 174.90, 180.75. That's a bearish order block that will become a breaker. I mean, technically you have this one as well. But that seems like too many lines on the chart. Seems like too many lines on the chart. Seems like you just want to pick the best one. Lufian Abulafed. You know, like space dimension. $50 says correction is 200%, so I'll go to 12,000. My account is going up, and so I started taking profits in the USDT. That's fine. I'm gonna panic sell right now. Don't panic sell your whole load, man. Don't shoot your whole load all at once. That's just weird. Nobody likes that. Take some profit. Yell out. A little here. Your stop loss to break even. Determine other areas where you'd like to take profit. Aggressively move your stop loss up. Oh, let's see. Litecoin doing well. Nope. Long term. Didn't get the long term though, just up. Really. I make it secondary baseline projection so far. 8 hour didn't close how I wanted to. Cash Money 93. When does $10,000 Bitcoin happen? In my opinion, $10,000 becomes support within a week. Hopefully, Ethereum gets support at $200. Buy 250,000 Bitcoin, BTC $250,000 by 2021. What's the best stable coin? I mean, the most liquid one is still USDT. Thoughts on the bat, man? Do I have any buy orders placed still for your long-term portfolio? Yes, at the daily baseline. At the daily baseline. Where I always have bids. Something's in a bullish at the daily baseline. This is a great time for us hodlers. It is a good time, man. Dea, get that. Redata? Dea Redata? Thank you so much for the CAD $2, my good friend. Should I do a video called 1,000 Facts About Crypto? I'd love to see it. Cash Money 93, thanks so much for the follow on Twitch, my good friend. Pump up the jam. That's some good volume. Another wave, another wave. Back to the 1 minute. Not a lower high. Going high. I'm using Quant Fury app to get 20-to-1 leverage on Bitcoin right now. I said your name right? Good. I try to be careful about it. Appreciate the super chat so much. Bears got buttered at 6K. Darn right they did. Volume divergence on that one. Bearish divergence as well. I see a bit more of a pullback on this one than we did the last wave anyways. The 3-day Ichimoku just gave the buy signal. Shouldn't have given the buy signal. If depending on, I don't know what exchange you're looking at, but the 3-day Ichimoku gave the buy signal quite a while ago. Here's the 3-day Ichimoku. Here's Bitstamp. Gave the buy signal right here, man. Rumplefish Craft. Thanks so much for the subscription on YouTube, my good friend. And Prime Rhyme also as well. Yeah, 3-day. You had the 3-day buy signal right here. Caught all this. And 3-day edge-to-edge trade. Boom. Completed. Back into the daily over there. Go, baby. Show me how strong the bulls are. Show me you can hold this low. Crypto is a brainer for traders. Some of them, yeah. Some of them. What do you guys think will happen to Bitcoin during an economic recession? We have no idea. We've never seen Bitcoin during an economic recession. Go over here and look at the NQ and some other stuff as well. Go look at our long terms. Total cap 1. Total cap 1 having a nice breakout above the breaker, as we said. When we climb high and consolidate into resistance, it's always a good sign. AG, thanks for the sub. Tony Hendricks, thanks for the sub. Good to see you guys. Go to total 2. Total 2 altcoin market cap having a nice breakout into the bearish breaker right now. If we consolidate in here over the next 2 or 3 days, this will be very positive and bullish for the altcoins. We'll see a similar situation just as we saw over here with the breakout above the order block. Go take a look at CME futures. Closed right now. Market's closed. Let's go see how the CME futures closed. Closed at 62.90. Oh man, that's going to open up on a big gap. Out of View Photography says, I'm rich. The moon is all you need to know. BTC equals moon. Let's take a look at GBTC. Market's closed, obviously. Closed at 861. Bitcoin dominance. Doji at the top, not too bad. Early warning sign of reversal. Tether dominance. Bump. Broke the daily baseline, right? Broke the daily baseline here. We talked about this, guys. It's all stuff we pointed out. All stuff we've pointed out on the show a million times. SP 500 holding the daily, holding the secondary daily baseline right now. Bouncing off resistance, flipped support. Good sign. What's the NQ doing? NQ, same thing, holding secondary baseline. Dow dropping below, potentially rejecting from. So we'll see which one of these plays out. 2 out of 3 ain't bad. So I'm gonna go with the reversal. I'm gonna go with the reversal in trend. Go with the reversal in trend on this one. Need to see the close below the daily 55 before I'm like, nah, stock market's tanking. Just a pullback. Mars Frickadeller. What's going on, brother? If we were to put the econ prints from the government on trial since 2008, lifting the hood with Federal Reserve monetary policy, this chart is speaking volumes. Even Dogecoin is doing something. Should I sell my Litecoin and move everything to Bitcoin? No. No, guys. Just be chill. Like, listen. When for the majority of you who are watching this, right? And again, please don't take anything I say as offensive or as derogatory or as condescending, because listen, it's taken a long time for me to get to a place where I'm comfortable about what I do and who I am and what positions and what I own and sell. For the most people who are asking, like, should I buy Bitcoin? They're thinking, like, should I just buy Bitcoin? And they're thinking they're going to hold it and it's going to appreciate, right? If you want to do that, you need to wait for a pullback, period. It doesn't matter if price goes higher, right? There will be a pullback at some point where it's going to be a safer risk-to-reward ratio. It's going to be more asymmetric to buy at that point in time, right? Period. Should you make rash decisions when the market is moving like this? No. If you're not in the trade, this is the definition of being too late. And honestly, it doesn't matter if it goes up another 2,000%. Or excuse me, another $2,000 or another $100 or another $200 or it goes down $2,000, right? You don't make rash decisions in the middle of dangerous volatility. Still, patient. Yeah, I mean, look, and I'm just going to point this out again, right? I'm just going to point this out again. Where are the 2 areas on the chart where you're going to see volume? The 3 areas, sorry. No, 2. Where are the 2 areas on the chart where you're going to see massive volume pour in? 2. Talked about it earlier. Should I sell all my Bitcoin and send to Tony Vay? I don't think Coinbase needs any Bitcoin. There are two areas where you're going to see volume pour into the chart. Reversal and the beginning of the trend. Thank you, Mr. Etherman. Love you, brother. Highs and the lows. You're damn right, Walt. Highs and the lows and the continuation of the underlying trend. Yep, so we go back to the daily. $20 minutes till the daily candle closes. Y'all got your popcorn? Saturday night. And it's Saturday night. Saturday night. And the Bitcoin feels right. So let's say you're really like looking for where's the best pullback zone, right? Best pullback zone right now, ultra bullishness, 7,800, or excuse me, 6,800. Daily point of control, daily VWAP. Where we're at. We'll see where VWAP moves at the end of the day. And that's intraday trading. That's important for an intraday trading. Higher time frames, you guys know, nothing changes, man. It's the same ones we look at. Where's our daily baseline? Version of the mean. Daily baseline's at 58.50. Daily baseline's actually at 59.74. Pardon my French. How dare I quote a higher price than necessary for Bitcoin? 15-minute sell signal, local top. I look amazing today. I didn't even shave my head. Thank you, Fox. You sound amazing, my good friend. Love you, brother. Saturday night's all right for a fight, Truff Shuff. Money, 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 money. Thank you, thank you, thank you. No, thank you, Zoe. Zuhair Nakbi, dude. Thank you so much for the Aussie 5, brother. If I shorted 73.80 for a 3-day itchy upward edge, would I be sweating right now as I am? No. I mean, yes and no. Yes and no. Because A, you're taking a trend against... Whoa, look at that buyback. You're taking a trade against the dominant trend. But it's, again, just as I talked about those lower boundaries as well, it's a good setup, man. You know, where's your risk to reward? You know, the day's going to close in 20 minutes. The day's going to close in 18 minutes now. Daily, if the daily closes above this boundary, okay, mark that level out on your chart. Say, this validates it. Deribit's VWAP is exactly where we bounced off price. Get back over to tensor charts. A lot of long licks. Not a lot. Got licked. Who buys the top? Yeah, look at all those short liquidations on that candle right there. 7-minute abs. 7.2 milli licks. Blockchain Cheeseburger, thank you so much, my good friend. I have met personally Tone Bias. He's a cautious guy. Yeah, I think he's quite smart. But again, he'll tell you, he'll be the first to tell you, he doesn't trade Bitcoin. Julian, Vallejo, Cervantes, Tone Wrong sucks. What if they're printing Tether like 2017 right now and just keep printing it till the government bans them? They will still own a lot of Bitcoin. That's true, man. Fidelity and Bakkt are filling their warehouse. They're buying it OTC, man. Hitchhiker 1947, thank you so much. And let me clarify that. They've been buying it. They've already bought their Bitcoin OTC. They wouldn't launch their trading platform if they needed to buy their Bitcoin. ETH is tanking. Leading. ETH is leading to the downside. Yep, there it is. Big pullback. 15-minute Tenkan. See if it holds. 15-minute Tenkan holding right now. Point of control sitting down around 190. Right where VWAP's at, a little bit below the daily Kijun, or excuse me, below the 15-minute Kijun. Back over to Bitcoin. Back to the 1-minute chart. All right. Got the swing high. And for those of you who are curious about how to use a good form of price action analysis, short entry, it would be watching for something like failure pattern. Swing high, swing low. Lower high, for close. Take the baby down. All right. Litecoin dipping. Bears coming out of lethargy. FOMO kicked in at 7,100. Come on, Mr. Clean, I'll wreck you. BitMEX, fast money trader. Good luck. I don't trade my Bitcoin on BitMEX. You'd have to come over to ByBit and wreck me, good sir. But I look forward to the challenge. We are in the 1% that have a Bitcoin. That's true, man. $100x to 7,800. What about 6 minutes? No, 7's the number. 7 chipmunks twirling on a branch, eating lots of sunflower seeds on my uncle's ranch. You know that old children's tale from the sea, something about, yeah, I love that show, man. Back in the day, so way back in the day when I was in my late teens. I was in my late teens and I was DJing, and I had a friend, his name was DJ Flash, and he had a sweet mixtape that I used to listen to all the time. And you know how if you go back to like, you know, early 2000s, late 90s techno music, DJ mixtapes, that, you know, and they still do it today. They have the, you know, the filler clips where it's supposed to be funny or whatever, you know, and he had that one about the 7-minute abs. Oh man. Ride the bulls, guys. I believe by Friday we're going to start dipping. Where do I think Bitcoin dominance will go? 64? It's having a little bit of a pullback. Juan Julian Vallejo survived. Who was that? So that's actually somebody's name in the chat. I thought somebody was just saying that. 50 sats. Oh, okay. Never mind. So, sorry, I wasn't trying to call you out, good sir. And Mr. Clean's much more buff than I am, by the way, Mr. Fast Money Trader. And I'm kind of a slow money trader, by the way. Look at the volume, party people. Yeah, it's crazy, man. I look smart too. Thank you. Calling me out? Trader challenge. Hit me up. I'll wreck you. Is it? What do you mean a trader challenge? I mean, no, he's free to say what he wants, man. Okay, yeah. Yeah, it's cool, man. Just chill out with the caps, dude. I mean, you're welcome to listen. I don't care. Like, you know, just keep it slightly respectful. You can call me dumb. I don't really mind. Yeah, I love that movie too, Chef Chef. Yeah, I mean, you guys are silly, man. You guys are silly. No, I won't. I will ban you if you're a dick, because you're being a dick, man. Yeah. I mean, you guys can go to results or currentresults.crackencryptocurrency.com. You guys can go to results.crackencryptocurrency.com. I post all my trades live, man. Post all my trades live for the premium members, and when the trade is completed, it goes in the live journal. So if you want to have a challenge against my public and live results, man, welcome to do. Got nothing better. Phil A. Cone joke. I don't know. Not banning people for nothing. So yeah, that's another thing. So listen, I do this stream for the majority of people, and if you come in here and you're a jerk and disruptive to the majority of people, but if you're respectful, that's fine. Can I please get a ban? I'm addicted to your videos. No, Todd, I'm sorry, sir. That's called self-control. 10 minutes till the daily candle close. I think is the... In order to gauge what's really going on with crypto, you should really understand the ZOG. Can I please look into the most important question? What did altcoins do in the previous bull market at the beginning? Yeah, sure. Let's go back and look. I think a good comparison would probably be the altcoin market cap, like the total 2. Although, again, slightly fake number divided by slightly. But anyways, I digress. Might have to go to coin paprika. We might have to go to coin signals. Okay. Yeah, I'm sorry, dude. I can't do it anymore. You're just fucking aggravating, dude. Good goddamn. Thank you, Texas. Is my dog gay or gender fluid? I don't have a dog, man. I wish I did. Thank you, Jeremy. Appreciate that, brother. 9 minutes. The VWAP up pretty nice. Woohoo! Just grabbed that liquidity and continued going. Pamp it. Baby. Talk dirty to me. Talk dirty to me, Ethereum. Oh, yeah. I can't get all the way filled. Whatever. 1 minute candle closes in less than 1 minute. Yeah, man. All right, so if the most important question is, we've got 7 minutes, so we'll just take a brief deviation. So let's look at something like, I don't know, Litecoin, EOS, Cardano, Ripple. Those are going to be indicative of pretty much. Yeah, judging by some of the comments, I'm not so sure cryptocurrency is the means of exchange of the smart people. I sell BTC. I am the Fed. You guys, it's getting a little wild in here most of the time. I said we hit 15K before any type of sideways. Whoa! Brazil going wild for Bitcoin. Well, trying to wreck us tonight, LOL or pump. It's only 6:53 p.m. It is the weekend. Not quite yet. Shorts continuing to get liquidated. Longs continue to pile on. You guys want to know what the Japanese just did? Japanese just sold. That's some profit taking, right? Hey, no problem, Sam. Saturday night Foley. Okay, so let's do that real quick. Sorry, I'm going to sneeze. Woo! Okay. Usher in this daily candle close. Buy gas with Bitcoin? One of these days, man. Hell yeah. Okay, let's do I don't know, let's do LTC BTC, right? And let's compare it with BTC. Mr. Ether says I just went short. Hell yeah, brother. You know what time it is. So if we go to the daily, go ahead and hide lines. Let's hide lines and let's cares about India. All right, so we enter into a bull market, right? Or do we enter into a bullish trend? All right, so here, look in hindsight and see. All right, but how do we know in the moment what a good probability of price entering into a bullish trend is? Right, daily baseline, secondary daily baseline. If you want further confirmation, okay. All right, time frame. Log, auto. Great. Okay, here we are. All right. Weekly time frame. We close above the daily baseline. Use that Wyckoff method. Yeah, we're going to use something just a little less subjective, right? So weekly time frame. You close above the daily baseline. You close a weekly above the daily baseline. And when you pull back, you hold the daily baseline. Hold the daily baseline, right? So where do we have that? Do we have it here? Is this the beginning of the bull market? No, it's not. Is this the beginning of the bull market? Yes. The bull market. Why? Because you have an impulsive thrust, massive correction. You hold the baseline. Hold the line. Love isn't always on time. No. And then it's just a bull market, right? Now, often bull markets do not move in the parabola that Bitcoin does, right? But that is the objective method of knowing when something is entering into a bullish trend, a strong bullish trend, right? Now, obviously, this gets weaker and weaker the more you go down the chart, right? The 3-day, the daily, the 8-hour, the 4-hour, the 3-hour, the day, the hourly, the 15-minute, right? Same concept. You have a level on your chart that tells you what the trend is. When you close above that level and then you hold that level on a pullback, you're in a trend. Go, baby, go. That's one of my favorite songs, brother. Hold that line. What is the baseline? How do you identify it? That is a mission for you to do. This is the baseline that I use. I use the 13 exponential moving average in conjunction with the 55 exponential moving average. It works really good for me. Probably not the best one out there. It's just the one that I've used for a very long time. And I haven't found a better one. Tenkin, Kijun for the Ichimoku worked fantastic as well. All right. So, sorry. So with that being said then, when do we have the confirmed bull market? Right, I would say on this candle. This candle or this candle, somewhere around there. So the 9th of November 2015. So what did Litecoin do back then? 9th of November 2015. It's not going to go back that far on Nancy, so we're going to have to go to LTC BTC on Finex. There we go. 1,000. November 2015. Well, when the bull market in Bitcoin started, the bear market of Litecoin had really begun last time. All right. So can we find a better example? XRP BTC. Same time frame. Okay. What else has been, that's when the bull market in Bitcoin started. If you want to make the argument that it started sometime later, that's actually not quite correct, I would say. Whoa, I got to get back over to the charts. 1 minute till the daily. Come on, Litecoin. Let's go, baby. Amp it. There it is. Boom. What did I say? Swing failure pattern. Swing high, swing low, lower high, close below, rejection, down to the VWAP. Go, baby, go. Go, baby, go. Go, baby, go, 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 go. It's Saturday night, and the dumping feels right when you're dropping off. And bazinga. And the daily is closed there, ladies and gentlemen. Pop, VWAP popping up, baby. See how VWAP does. Right. Now they paint the candle. Minute to see. Of course, they're going to paint it bullish. What the frack? All right. Show me what you got, Bitcoin. Sometimes I can get really excited. Sorry, guys. Painted the daily candle bullish. Okay. That doesn't. Nothing would have made me happier than if they painted it bearish, but take a look over. All right, so much FOMO going around. Today is the 12th of November, 2017. Sorry, I'm missing stuff. Okay, let me scroll down here a little bit. Paul Zocker, Derek Clow, Robert 31 PL. Thank you so much for the subscriptions on YouTube, man. I love it. And if I missed anything on Twitch, 13 and 55 because they're Fibonacci numbers. Yes, actually, yes. And they just work. More, you know, not because they're Fib numbers, because they're numbers that work in back testing. They work really well. Nice hourly close, shooting star, like it, man. Okay, so daily. Stop being lazy. November 12th of November. Okay. Is the hell does that mean? I disagree with you, man. But I'm willing to be wrong. Totally willing to be. Well, whippersnapper you. Try. All right. So let's see if we form another lower low, lower high. We don't play the markets, we ride it. This live has no hype. We try, man. Bow chicka bounce. Wow. Wonder how many Binance withdrawals are being locked contributed today. It's possible, man. Do I have a Telegram group? We have a Discord group, man. Should be somewhere around here. I need to add in. Yeah, see, that's what I need. I need a transition slide where it just brings in the things when people ask that. It's discord.crackingcryptocurrency.com. It's right in the description down below, my good friend. I'm not as excited as the other guy. I don't know who the other guy is. And I'm sorry. I like to think I'm entertaining. We could have some music playing in the background. I could ask you to give me money to kiss my girlfriend. I could do things like that. That's more to your liking. Yeah, I've just seen all this before, man. Isn't Icon still very oversold? Probably. I haven't taken a look at Icon in a second. I got to be going here pretty soon, guys. Sorry, man. I got my kids. They want to play. I'm positioned. Icon. ICX, duh. Daily. Yeah, of course Icon's still oversold. Do we trade raw reversals? We do not. Not trade raw reversals. Those are for suckers. This live is lit. Oh, Scott, shout out to your dad, man. Hi, Scott's dad. At BTC. What's the difference between margin and leverage trading? That much. There's no difference. Same thing. Henry. What he said. Miker. Hope my super chat went through. Nice. Oh, sorry, man. Did you send a super chat that I did not respond to? Oh, Henry, man, I apologize. I do see that down there, dude. Sorry, the log's been scrolling, man. Thank you so much for the $2, my good friend. Highly appreciated. You're one of the good ones. Saying thank you for answering my questions and educating me. Glad to do it, man. Thank you for watching, man. Appreciate your support. Zuhair, man, are you still sweating? 73.80. Don't be puking the top now, bro. Not a trade you want to puke. Don't puke it, man. Break that door down, baby. Let's go. You guys are lit, man. Buy Bitcoin or die, says Blockchain Caesar. Let's go. What about Scott? Whoa. Scott's mom's awesome, man. He said, "Thanks for the shout out. Do I want a beer?" You know what? I think it's about time for one. If I I would love one. Should we FOMO in now? No. Still no. Why do I want it to go down? It's not about what I want. It's about how markets work. FOMO sapient population increasing. Water cooler mode enable. Gigo 2K, man. High probability to the downside. But again, careful betting against Honey Badger. So we had our swing low. We had our swing low that was closed below, acted as resistance, but we just broke above that pullback, held it as support. That would be a textbook intraday trade to the upside. That's a classic SR flip. Like it was a classic SR flip that was invalidated when you close above it. Does it take you a long time to get to realize that your trade's wrong? No, it takes you about 1 minute. It takes you one candle close. What's my target? Please fib the high to the low. I will not, sir, because I do not use Fibonacci retracements. Jeff Grau, thank you so much for the $50 super chat, my good friend. Saying, just want to thank you for putting out excellent content. What you're doing is really helping a lot of people. Salutations, man. Salutations to you, my good friend. Highly appreciate the support. You are one of the best and goodest ones, my good friend. Jay says, hey, just join the chat. Should I buy some Bitcoin right now? Take profit. Stop loss to break even. Calm, patient, wait for a retracement, or wait for confirmation to the downside. Thought we saw it right here. That was a good one. Now let's see if this is a fake out. Ethereum pumping just a little bit. I have a long. You are making me want to take profit, lols. Of course you should take profit on a big ass movement like that. Of course you should. Look at the 1 minute chart. Higher lows, or excuse me, lower highs, lower lows, right? Whereas previously we had higher highs, higher lows, higher highs, higher lows, higher highs, higher lows, higher highs, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high. That's what a shift in market structure looks like. Okay, doesn't mean that we can't, that's not just a pullback and we continue, but that's a significantly different pullback, right? That's a lower low. Look, we tagged liquidity, so I know everybody's going to be like, oh, we just tagged liquidity and we're going to go up like 1,000,000%. Possible. It could happen. Anything can happen, but you just have to pick out what your strategy and setup is, right? Do I... Omar M, thank you so much for the follow, or excuse me, for the subscription on YouTube. And heading over to Twitch, man. Chris Bryan 209, sorry I missed you. And Jico 2K, thanks so much for the Twitch, guys. Thanks so much for the Twitch follows. I have a long, you are making me want to take profit. I recommend that you take profit. Move your stop loss to break even. $49.99 bounces off that $50 resistance. No, dude. The $4.99 is always more than percent. 99 cents is always more than percent. I mean, never feel like you guys are obligated to give money or anything. Again, I just highly appreciate it. It allows us to stay on stream, makes things a lot easier. There's a lot that happens in the background, but thank you guys. There was a Kanye West coin at some point, Coinye or something. Don't sell your retirement. Move to Tether. I'm in 20 years. I'll bring my stop loss up to be safe. I'm new to this. No, it's cool. But just, so here's the thing, man. You know, like, I don't know where you're in from, but you know, if you're in profit and you're a little uncertain, because I'm looking at the chart and I'm like, okay. You know, take 10, 15% profit and move your stop loss to break even. That way, no matter what happens, you've taken some money off the table. You now have more money than when you began. And if you get stopped at a break even, you will lose no money. You just look for your next setup. You look for your next entry. And if price continues to go in your favor, take a little bit more profit, and you take a little bit more profit, and you take a little bit more profit. It's about scaling out, right? 5% here, 10% here, 15% here, 20% here. Again, nobody, listen, I don't know, no one likes somebody who just blows their load all at once. Taurus, hey, what's going on from South Africa, good my friend? What will happen to shitcoins when Bitcoin makes that pullback? Thank you for streaming. Thank you for watching. Boom. Can you use somehow order blocks in the 1 minute? Of course you can. It's a method of price action analysis. Are they going to be as strong as hourly order blocks? Of course not. Are they tradable? Yes. I know traders who do use a chart. When will we be able to rebuy when price pulls back to the daily baseline? Thank you, Kraken Cryptocurrency, Ichimoku. You know, and it's surprising that we actually completed that 3-day edge-to-edge trade. Crazy. Hold on just a sec. Kids. Can I look at a 2-day Ichimoku cloud break? East was gonna make a personal joke about Lil blowing, but don't want to get banned. Yeah, just laugh at the undertones. What do they call that? Subtext, and you can't spell subtext without. You guys know what I'm talking about. All right. Come on, baby. Show me what you're capable of. See how all these indicators work on the different time frames? Spirals, then spirals, then spirals. The important part is know in when knowing where my low is going. Thank you, Mr. Etherman. Where do I see an acceptable pullback to take along the daily baseline? Intraday. Let's go down to, again. Now, see these levels right here? Those are pullback levels. That's around $6,800, right? $6,800 to around $6,700. Now, if we get some nice wickage down to this area or some consolidation down to this area, that'd be good. Otherwise, same thing. Over to the Bitstamp chart, we'll look at the levels. We'll look at the levels, and then I'm probably going to have to go, gents, all the way down here, guys. Quite a ways down to the base. Now that daily up thrust, the daily baseline's now at 61.46, secondary around 52.21. Our previous breaker that we broke out of is 61.35 and 58.50. So that's the level that needs to hold. That's the weekly level that needs to hold. That's the important level that needs to hold. So let's see what happens. Let's see what happens on this right here, guys. Get freaked out. Duke the top. I'll buy all Bitcoin for French power. Would I recommend a short now or wait for the next long? Not, again, I'm sorry, don't take it this way, but not if you're asking that question. If you're asking that question, then just wait for confirmation, because shorting is at this point in time, you're trading against a very strong trend. CS, all this sort of video is doing is blowing air. No, see, what I'm working on and trying to educate people on is risk management, patience, discipline, and trade strategy. Not telling you what price is going to do, because that's what dumbasses do. That's what people who think they know what price is going to do is going to try to do on their stream. I don't know what price is going to do. No trader does. And anybody that claims to know. So if you came to the stream looking for, hey man, buy here and sell here, I'm sorry. That link is at the top of the screen. On more year, I will be on HBO. Justin TVFX Crips from California. Hi. Okay, that's the second time. You must really want me to get off stream, okay? All right, guys. With that being said, family comes first. So we've been here doing this for about almost 2.5 hours now. So we're going to get popping, guys. Thank you so much for joining. Thank you so much for joining me this evening. Yes. Thank you so much for joining me this evening. If you guys have any questions, comments, sarcastic remarks, and or death threats, make sure to leave them in the comment section down below. Make sure to leave a thumbs up and a like on this video if you haven't already. Thank you, Travis, for the subscription on YouTube. Hit the subscribe button and the notification bell if you have not already, if you enjoyed this content. And you can also come over to twitch.tv/Kraken and check us out there as well. We always appreciate the support. You guys are absolutely amazing. Thank you so much. Trade safely. Hit us up in the discord.krakencryptocurrency.com, and of course the link at the top of the screen if you would like personal mentorship and access to our private Discord community. Scott, thank you for the $5 super chat, my good friend. The man, the myth, the legend, the Scott Lanto, the one who makes this all happen. You're giving the piece. Daughter's like, I want to be on the stream. All right, guys. Oh, she's got a cord. All right. Love you guys. You guys are absolutely amazing. Thank you. You know, this night was one of the best streams that we've done in a long time. Absolutely amazing what Bitcoin's doing right now. Just don't get wrecked out there, guys. Don't do anything impulsive. Just make sure that you're trading safely. Risk management and psychology and patience to your strategy is the most important thing, guys. I'll catch you guys tomorrow. Thank you, Neverside. I appreciate that. We'll be back tomorrow from 5 to 7 p.m. CDT, guys. Till then, trade safely.